thing is read, research, watch videos. The whole industry, it was a billion-dollar industry of self-help. This is not trying to redefine and redo what that is. There's so much good stuff out there. There's really good speakers out there. There's great books. I could name lots of different books. I'll give you a few examples. If I'm missing out, it's not because actually I haven't read or don't appreciate the work. We've got Susan Jeffries, who's no longer with us now. Feel the fear and do it anyway. We've got Tim Ferriss, the 4-hour working week. We've got Brandon Burchard with his 4 books of The Millionaire Messenger, Golden Ticket, and his great YouTube channel where he actually gives you some really down-to-earth advice. His books are just like actually he's talking to you. So for me, I found them very useful. So there are plenty of other people out there who are going to help. Even Carmichael, who I've mentioned before in another video, he does celebrity advice, top 10 tips for success. Really good. So don't just take it from me. Research your favorite pop star, movie star. Listen to how they actually deal with things. It's really useful. The information out there is huge. So it's a way of staying on top. It's a way of actually making sure that you stay on your A game and you keep your fear, which you've redefined into a nice manageable chunk. It's a way of actually reasserting your control every time you actually go ahead and look at one of these things. Number 7, visualize. Visualization has been talked about, researched and everything else. It's super good. I mean, when I was a kite surfer, when I was learning, I was terrible. I really was. I was horrible at it. And I really thought, I'm just never ever going to get this. So at night time, I would actually visualize myself. I'd close my eyes and I'd visualize myself actually getting out of the water and riding and having fun. And that was a really powerful thing for me, because then actually when I was trying to actually get that part there, anyone who's done kite surfing knows that the water start phase at the very beginning is really frustrating, and it's the time where a lot of people just think, this is not for me, and give up. But if you push through it, if you visualize and you visualize yourself having that much fun, it makes you want to actually be that person you actually are visualizing. So it's a really good way, another way of pulling you through a problem to actually get to where you achieve. I also, in my older days, I was a martial artist. I achieved a black belt. It's something I was very proud of. And part of the grading system, especially when you get up to the higher levels, is that you have to break objects, whether it be tiles, wood, whatever. Now, any martial artist will tell you that if you have 10 tiles which you're going to break with a palm strike, if you are not trained, do not try this at home. I'm not Donald Trump, I will not pay for your lawsuits. But if you're not a trained martial artist, you will see the object at the top of the object, the top of the 10 tiles. You will hit it and nothing will happen apart from you get a really sore palm. You have to actually be able to visualize through the bottom to the bottom of the object. Your energy needs to travel not to the top. You actually need to maximize your strike, not at the surface, but well underneath and through the object. It's the same with any kicks or anything else, and it's the way you actually then can get yourself to break through a solid object. It works. It really does work. I'm not a superhuman, but I know I can break the tiles with my mental thinking of actually being able to think through the object. This is the way you also will need to think through whatever the problem is coming up. Think through to the other side. What will you be doing? What other things will you be doing? What other tasks which you have now started by being Mr. Efficient or Mrs. Efficient? What other things will be carrying on? Life will not end with this problem which you're facing. There'll be other things. There'll still be the bills to pay at the end of the month. There'll be other things. There's trips, there's holidays you've already booked. Think and plan and actually invest your energy into the other things, the other side of whatever the object is. It will help you just actually put it in your own context, and it will give you perspective to actually think, okay, there is other things, other good things which are coming past that point in time. It's a very useful way. So visualization is very, very important, and it's something you can do by yourself. Close your eyes, take a breath, and just visualize yourself going through and beating and living life on the other side of the object. Whether the object which you're fearing for or anything else, if it has a good or bad outcome, there will be a plan or something to do afterwards. So do not get focused on that thing, focus through and out the other side. Be the martial artist who doesn't break their hand but breaks the object. Number 8, prepare. Well, you'd say, well, you know, preparation is the route to all success. It's a well-tried and tested thing. What I mean though, prepare is something slightly different. Prepare in that you actually need to batten the hatches down for you personally. You need to become almost like a bit of a warrior. You can't have things which are going to be inefficient. What I visualize is that actually I pack my boxes away. I pack my emotional boxes away. I don't want to get hurt. And I put them away. I lived in Little Cayman for a couple of years, and I was there over the hurricane season, and that was very scary. I've never actually dealt with a hurricane before, and when the hurricane was coming, it's on a small island. There is no escape. There is no high ground. The local hurricane shelter is the school. It's a low island, it's only surrounded by a reef, so if an tsunami comes, there is no running away. In fact, actually, you might as well not worry about that. Just pull up a deck chair, get your favourite beer, put your favourite music on, and watch the show, because that's the last thing you're going to see, so you might as well make it a good one. But back to actually the preparation for you. When we actually had the hurricane, we had to secure everything. We had to make sure the windows were tight. We had to put everything away which was outside, which may get damaged, may get blown away. It's the same thing for you. When I have to confront a fear, and the closer it gets, the more of almost a warrior type persona I take on. Internally, I think, yeah, I'm ready, my muscles are ready, my thoughts are ready, and I try to push my adrenaline up to actually meet the challenge. Now, I can't do that if I've still got all my emotional boxes laying around me. You actually need to pack them away, make yourself efficient, make yourself ready, mean to take on what it is. After the event has happened, that's fine. You can actually unpack all your boxes, lay out everything how it was, and you can continue. It's safe. None of those have been damaged. You may have your outer frame slightly more wounded. You may have a couple of new scars to show off. Hey, chicks love scars, that's what I've always been told. But you actually, the essential parts, the bits which are you, your humour, your confidence, everything else has been safely packed away so you can bring it back out. And after the hurricane comes, trust me, the hurricane won't last forever. When it comes out, you just have to assess the damage, rebuild. But if you've got everything which is essential packed away, the task is so much easier. And the more you do it, the more efficient you're going to get at actually packing away your stuff, and the quicker you'll be able to do it. So when fear comes or an obstacle comes, you're going to be real fast, and you're going to be able to be ready for it and be able to push through it a lot faster and a lot leaner and meaner.